if I just had a more capable truck for towing, and yes, I am talking at you, Toyota and your Tundra, can we up the cargo capacity on the trucks a little bit? I would definitely want this travel trailer right here. This thing is incredible. Let's go take a look. Welcome back to another video, y'all. If you're new here, my name is Myles with Firmly Unbound, and we are here taking a look at this 2025 Alliance Delta 294 RK. And y'all probably know I bought an Alliance Delta for myself, but the model that I bought is basically like a much smaller version of this. And I think if I just had a larger truck that was more capable of towing, this would be a pretty dang cool option to be in. It is a bigger footprint than what I have, and that's something I still have yet to like kind of really figure out. And it's just going to take me getting out there on the road consistently, camping with you guys out there, to really find out if I want more space inside or if I really want to condense down to something even smaller to just have that ability to, you know, get into more places and park more easily. But if it was going bigger, this is a pretty dang cool option. So you'll be able to see the floor plan in the specs here. And as we look at this, it's right at about 34 feet. You can see the floor plan layout there. And it has an unloaded weight of just 7,316 pounds, fully loaded 9,250. So you look at that and you think, okay, a lot of half-ton trucks are rated, like my Tundra is rated to tow over 10,000 pounds. So it seems like it'd be fine, right? Well, the problem is you need to look at this hitch weight, and the hitch weight on here is almost 850 pounds. And then you can see your tank levels here: 45-gallon freshwater, 90-gallon gray water, 45-gallon black water. Just wanted to list those out because I'm not going to come back to this. That 850-pound hitch weight just about is what is the problem with my truck. My cargo capacity on my truck is only 1,200 pounds. So 850 pounds going to the cargo leaves me virtually like hardly any weight left to put things in the bed of my truck and different things of that nature. And when I travel, I need to travel with a generator so that when I go to film these RV reviews for y'all in the summer, I'm able to turn the ACs on in the campers. That's just something, I did it for years, filming RV tours without air conditioner in like Texas in the summer, and those days are past me, y'all. If I don't have to do it, I'm not going to. And now that I could afford a generator, I refuse to travel without that thing. So the generator alone would set my payload capacity over on my Tundra. So I would recommend a 3/4 ton truck for something like this. I know there's people out there that are gonna insist like some of their F-150s and things like that can tow this camper, and maybe they can. It's not necessarily a risk I would feel super comfortable taking, but if you feel like taking it, I mean, technically you're gonna be under, or within every weight rating for, some of the more highly capable towing half-ton trucks to tow something like this. So it's up to you. But for my sake and my clarity and being able to sleep at night, I would recommend a 3/4 ton truck, just because I would feel bad if I said anything else other than that. You have a molded fiberglass front cap, LED light strip here and up along the top. You have two 20-pound propane bottles. I do wish it came with 30-pound propane bottles. That would make the tongue weight even heavier, though, with bigger propane bottles. And you could always upgrade to getting bigger propane bottles. You would just need a different cover then for those bottles at that point. Power tongue jack up front. They utilize a drop frame construction up here. This is another thing that makes these full-size Delta travel trailers a bit heavier than the ultralights, is they have this taller storage space. You also have the picnic table up in here, and then this is going to open like so. That way you can get that out. Aluminum framing throughout here, welds on both sides of all of your frame connections on these Deltas, and then they have a spray port here on the campside. It has hot and cold water that can come out of here. Set the temperature for that over there on those knobs here that you see back in this space, and we'll go to the other side and take a look at those in a second. Manual awning switches for both awnings outside, your front cap light switch there, and then you can run things like a water hose down through here if you want to. Let's just actually go ahead and stick the camera through here. You can see your access panel to your 30 amp solar charge controller. You have your slide out room controls. Looks like a water pump right there. Battery disconnect switch here. And that's actually, I think, the disconnect switch going just to like from the solar panels to the battery. And so that's going to be like, you disconnect that if you want to, work on the battery or anything like that and want to make sure there's no charge coming from the solar panels. You have your battery disconnect switch on that red little handle right there. Slide out switches on that side, and some of your tank fill areas over there, plus another spray port for your water. And they come with a tool right there up in the top. That tool actually can connect to a drill, which is going to go on your manual stabilizers underneath here. So they give you that drill piece that can shoot those manual stabilizers down. And my Alliance came with that as well. Very nice little handy thing they throw in there so you always have it ready and available. Spot to store your sewer hose underneath here. Fully enclosed underbelly. All your water tanks and water lines sit above the enclosed underbelly and above the insulation, so they'll stay warm when your furnace is on. You have a TV outside. That looks to be about a 32-inch screen TV, and then behind there you're going to have a great amount of storage, actually. So 3 shelves back behind here. That's awesome. Plenty of storage space here, outlets and USB ports. You can charge your phone outside or whatever you may need to plug in out there. And then you have awnings outside, which cover almost the entire length of the travel trailer, which is very neat. Nice big griddle and grill cooktop over here on the back corner. This is also underneath the awning, so kind of a nice location. It's barely underneath the awning though, so if it started drizzling or something like that, you're definitely gonna feel it. But nonetheless, you might be able to get a bit of shade from the awning with the location of this and the awning being up over the top of that. Of course, you have an LED light strip under your awning, and then it has standard windows here, no frameless windows. And this slide out is going to have a cable-driven slide mechanism on your slide. Plus it has these little tabs here that will make sure that your seals here go in and out the proper way each time you move that slide inside and out. Now, as we go inside here, we just had a couple step in, so I'm gonna give them just a second and let you know about Firmly Unbound. You can see I'm wearing my Firmly Unbound shirt today, and some of you guys out there might have your Firmly Unbound shirt on today as well. But Firmly Unbound is essentially like a lifestyle. It is a way of life that I have kind of developed, and just almost like a set of principles that have completely transformed my life and made me the man that I am today. And there's a lot of those that I want to share with you guys. Plus, we're RVers. We kind of live a Firmly Unbound lifestyle where we want to go out and live an adventurous life and see things, experience things, and that's so much of what the identity of living Firmly Unbound is as well. You can learn more about all of that and what that is all about on my Firmly Unbound YouTube channel. There's a lot of fun stuff over there I think you will really enjoy, and then that's where all of my travel adventures are going to go as well when I travel in my RV. So you can find all of that on the Firmly Unbound YouTube channel. There's a link down below in the comments and description. Also in the comments and description, you can find a link to find your next RV. We have over 100 different stores in 33 different states with Blue Compass RV, so you can find an RV dealership close to you. Here's the price here at the Florida RV show. As of me posting this, that show has well passed since now. Like I'm here saying this, you know, filming it on camera at the show, but I know by the time I get this uploaded, the show will be well over. But this is what the price was here at the show. Blue Compass also has this RV Complete program here. This is really cool. They'll set you up with this when you purchase your RV, but you get some really cool things like a 1-year camping pass at 1,000 Trails. I will definitely be using that. That essentially lets you camp at any like 1,000 Trails location in the area of the country that you choose for free, or for like at best like $25 a night. You also get discounts on Love's diesel and regular fuel, and you get discounts on their dump stations and filling up propane at Love sites. And in their app, they have a bunch of campgrounds across the United States that you can locate, kind of plan out your trips. So many different resources and tools that you get on that, more than I have time to go into, but you'll learn more about that when you purchase your RV. It's a really cool thing that you get. So as we step inside here, really awesome floor plan, so much space in here, and I want people to have the opportunity to come in here, but I would prefer to close the door so you can see a little bit more of like what the actual lighting looks like in here with the door closed. Love the color scheme in here. I will admit some of the, and I say that like I'm afraid to admit it. I'm not afraid to admit it, but it's just like something I haven't really mentioned too much. I'm really not a fan of like the super modern, contemporary, like sterile looking RVs right now. A lot of stuff that's like super gray and white on the inside, I really don't like. It doesn't resonate with me. It doesn't feel nice when I step inside. I thought it was cool at first, and it's already kind of getting old, so that's another reason that made me choose the Delta. Is I just love the color scheme in here, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on stuff like this too, or you know, what kind of things you see in here that you like or don't like. But you have all the brown wood tones. It still feels modern. It's just warm. It's warm in here. It's cozy, and it just feels nice. It feels like a cool spot to hang out, and feels like you just want to put a blanket on, especially because it's a little chilly out today. But it's just a good space. You have your TV right here. This looks like this is a 50-inch screen TV that you have there. Almost like has a little bit of a bezel on it, but pretty thin. huge storage space back behind there. And then you're going to have your fireplace. That will be an electric heat source for you there. I actually did have this set to like 72 degrees, and it has made it significantly warmer in here in a matter of just minutes since I started trying to get this trailer set up to film for you guys. So it does a great job with that. Soft close on all your cabinet doors. They have glass doors on that, or they're kind of like a plexiglass on there. And then you have your 3 cushion set of recliners right here. So all 3 of these seats do recline, which is just awesome.
Oh, we got another YouTuber.
Got some lights here. Yep, we got a YouTuber. Yep, so we're just going to keep it rolling.
It's the YouTubers, man.
So you can see here, these seats, they recline right here. So you can lay back in these seats, and they're all 3 going to recline here in this area. And then close that back up. You can see you have lights underneath here too. So lights underneath all 3 of your seats. And then up in this area, you're going to have pull down blackout shades on all of your windows. They call these atrium windows, but basically it's like they just try to make these windows as big as they can here in these areas. You can see as more people walk in here, you got plenty of room to entertain, for people to hang out. And then a huge rear kitchen here with a U-shape design to the kitchen. They do the refrigerator and the slide out, so the refrigerator's not on the back wall, which is nice. You got this little additional storage space back through there as well. And then pantry here along the back side of the wall. Love how that light comes on when you open that up. So motion activated on the light. Countertop space is going to be, I mean, almost like second to none. It is pretty dang remarkable the amount of countertop space that you get. And you have the bar stools here, so if you need a spot to like sit down and enjoy a meal and you need a tabletop for that, you have the bar stools there where you can sit and hang out. You could also get like TV trays or something like that for this area. That's certainly a solution if you need a table spot to sit and hang out also. Should also check, this does flip down. I still have to go back and check on my Delta travel trailer if my armrest flips down in the middle there. I bought that thing, and it's very possible that my armrest flips down like that too, and I literally did not even know it. I just knew that was the camper that I wanted, so I pulled the trigger on it. And that's something I think that I want to talk about more is just, you know, when it comes to picking a camper, eventually you reach a point where you just got to pull the trigger on something and just go with it, because you can just like work yourself to death, almost like I did, looking at all the different options and just never make a decision. And I found myself getting very close to that realization, and I was like, you know what, I just need to go with something and just live with it. Just nothing's going to be 100% perfect, so just went with it, and we're going to see how it goes. I'm really excited. To come back here, we have Liquefied. Liquefied is a black tank treatment for your RV. So this is what I will be using for my RV, and I would recommend it for you too. That's going to make sure all the black tank stuff decomposes properly, breaks down properly, and your RV stays smelling fresh. Now here in the kitchen, they are not doing a solid surface countertop. So this is going to be like a wrapped countertop material here, as you can see. So biggest thing with that is just make sure like you don't have water or liquids just like pooling up on here for a long time or anything. Wipe your countertops down, and you shouldn't have any issues with that though. And those countertops are just a little bit more lightweight, which helps keep the weight down and make this towable by more vehicles more easily. Also gives you the ability to add more stuff into your RV. Yeah, spot for a trash can there. Love that they give you that designated spot. No heat vents in the floor, so they're running it through the cabinetry. LED lighting all underneath here. Has a pretty warm tone to the light. Stainless steel sink. Because they don't do a barreled ceiling, which you'll see in some other brands and travel trailers like this, it's a flat ceiling. They do the cabinetry all the way up to the top of the wall there, which gives you pretty dang big cabinets, and sometimes bigger cabinets than some other brands. So you can see how these all open, and they are soft close cabinet doors as well. But that goes all the way through to the other side. And then this right here goes back to the corner. Got the microwave here. Shelving through there. And storage space up here. And then next to the oven, you got 3 drawers that will pull out there. That's pretty deep, a little bit narrow on the width. But 3 drawers nonetheless, and then underneath your stove, you'll have a nice big drawer for pots and pans and things like that. Standard RV size oven, nothing crazy about this. It's going to be the same size oven you see in a lot of different travel trailers. And then a 3-burner gas stove up here with the glass cover on it. Outlet in this corner, and then outlet up underneath the cabinetry there, and outlet underneath here. Finally, under the sink, you have individual shutoff valves on your water lines. That's something that's definitely going to separate Delta from quite a few number of other brands out there that do not have that, and that is some huge storage underneath that space. So lots of room under there to put a lot of different items for your kitchen. And then that is pretty much everything in this area. You have your refrigerator and freezer. It's a 12-volt refrigerator and freezer. If you don't know, Alliance is an independently owned company. So a lot of RV brands like Keystone and Jayco and a lot others are under the umbrella of Thor. And then you have brands like Sabre and Rockwood and Wolf Pup and all these ones that are under the umbrella of Forest River, which is owned by Berkshire Hathaway. And then you have brands like Grand Design and Winnebago that are owned by Winnebago. And then you have brands like Alliance and Brinkley that are independently owned, and you just kind of get a different ownership experience from an independently owned manufacturer, which is another thing that made me feel a little bit more confident going with Alliance. AC in here, it is ducted through this travel trailer, dual ducting here, so you can see the ducting going this way and the ducting going that way. You have your speaker up in here, and I don't know how to pronounce this brand, but I've seen it on quite a few different higher end campers now. The Klipsch brand. In fact, these are in Airstream trailers as well, so should be a pretty good speaker system. This sofa is going to pull out and make into a bed. It's essentially going to make into a full-size bed when you pull that out and make it into a bed. You won't be able to get that recliner out once it's made into a bed, but the other ones you will. So you have an additional sleeping space there. You also have a ton of floor space in here, so if you did just want to put an air mattress or a sleeping pad down in here for a guest, that's another option, is you have a lot of space in here to be able to do that also. Dimmer switches on the lights. When you push the slide closed, and actually, you know what, we might be able to just do it. Yeah, let's see, because I don't know if you'll be able to get to the fridge or not. This is one of the few that I have to actually close this slide out to see if we're going to be able to. I don't know that you will. It's looking like... yeah, that's looking like a no-go on getting to the fridge. So yeah, when the slide's all the way in, it's definitely going to be, it's not impossible. You know, you can climb over the countertop or sidestep behind here and then open it up a little bit. You can still get into there. It's not, it's not impossible. Yeah, you can squeeze through this little gap, or at the very least, and this is, common with so many different brands out there, if you just push the slide out for, what was that, 4 or 5 seconds, then you have enough space to easily walk through here and open that up a bit more and get to that space. And now there's plenty of walking room to get through this area. So you're talking about it's an action that might take you, 5, 6, 7 seconds to be able to get to that refrigerator. But if it's an absolute must to be able to get to the fridge with the slides completely closed, this might not, like I said, you can still do it, but it's going to be a little bit more inconvenient for you. So just so you know that there. Glad we got to test that and check that out. On your windows, pull down blackout shades. No valances on the windows though, so you are going to have light bleed through on the sides a little bit. And this is more like a cloth material, so I do actually like the way that looks. Looks pretty nice. Going back this way, you have your controls here, as you saw with me controlling the slide out. You also have your audio zones here and connecting that to Bluetooth. And then they do something interesting here. They kind of angle this wall off ever so slightly to give you a little bit wider space going into the hallway. And it's nice because you don't really need the extra space, because it would literally just be dead space here in the bathroom since it's next to the toilet. So you have your toilet here, soft close toilet seat, porcelain foot flush toilet. The shower has a really large size there. Same kind of shower construction as my Delta with a plastic 2-piece shower. All of these shelves that you have right next to the shower. Great spot for a bunch of storage. You can roll up some towels in there. You have some hooks here that will also flip up. And then you have your medicine cabinet. Stainless steel sink. Nice big basin there on that sink. Spot where you can put some toothbrushes if you want to do that. Tankless on-demand water heater. And then storage space underneath here. Like how they run all the plumbing kind of out of the way so you get a nice big open space. And then 3 drawers that will open up. Now stepping back into the shower, ceiling height in here is going to be just fine. Oh yeah. So you could probably be, gosh, I'm about 6'3" with the shoes on I have today. That's probably about like 6'6" up to here before you're going to start maybe feeling uncomfortable. And then you have the wand here. You can lift that up over your head. And then it has the lightweight, flexible shower curtain there. And then that is everything here in the bathroom. You have a smaller vent fan there up in the ceiling. And as we go back into the bedroom, back in this space, you have a 60 by 80 queen size bed. Really nice size bedroom back here. And then there's going to be plenty of wardrobe storage. That's one thing I really like about this one too compared to my Delta is it just has so much more wardrobe storage. So you have all that space there, but then when you turn around this way, you're going to have all this additional wardrobe storage also that my Delta does not have being in the ultralight series. So this is really nice. This is going to give you a bunch of additional space through here. And then you have 2 drawers that will pull out. Have some outlets in here and a satellite connection in there as well. Not sure why the WineGuard antenna connection and Wi-Fi router plug is in here exactly. I don't know what the reasoning for that being in there though. I would have to ask some questions on that. Or maybe you guys know and can let me know in the comments. But spot to put a TV on the wall there. You could easily fit about a 32-inch screen TV in that space. Drop down AC in this bedroom, so this is just going to dump air down into this space exclusively. Individual reading lights for each person with a blue and a warm light on each of those. And then you have a really cool hidden little storage space right here under these epoxy poured countertops. And then you have drawers here. Now on your cabinet doors and drawers, these feel like they're a thermofoil style door. So it's going to be solid like a solid hardwood, but it's more lightweight. So it's really good, solid quality. It is like a wrapped decorative material on there, but I don't see, it's adhered on there so well. There's not a single spot where it seems to, be breaking free or anything like that. And I'm wondering if I'm even correct on my assessment on that, on the construction of these. But that's what it feels like, because it doesn't feel like a stained wood, but it also doesn't feel like a wrapped, I'm trying to think of the other material of wood they use when they wrap them with just a wrapped decorative material. It feels different than those two though. So I think it's more like a thermofoil style door that we've seen on a couple different travel trailers. Not a whole ton out there, but it's nice because again, it's just a solid, good quality and then super lightweight. And then underneath the door, or underneath the bed, you have this sliding tray there, strut assisted to get under here. Does not have a nice mattress on here. This is like a very cheap mattress, so nothing crazy about that. And then on both sides of the bed, you'll have outlets and USB ports with the USB Type A and C connection. And then that is pretty much everything, y'all. I know I did not get to the non-camp side, so let's go ahead and hop out real quick, see if we can possibly get over there. The sun is finally out. You can feel the warmth from the sun as soon as I stepped out here. That was nice. Let's step around here. We can get over here. Nice. And on the non-camp side, open this up and you have all of your connections right here. Slide out control switch right there. Tankless on-demand water heater. Through slide rack and pinion, or through frame, sorry, rack and pinion style slide out right here. And then a standard leaf spring suspension. And that is pretty much it. There's not really a whole lot to look at over here. So that is just about everything. Curious your thoughts as always. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. And if you're looking for your next RV, there's a link down below in the comments and description to help you get started with finding a location near you that you can go start shopping at and looking around. And that's all I got for y'all. Until next time, live firmly unbound.